think that even though your wines are spectacular, I think that part of the mystique of Gaja comes from your energy and your charisma, and how magical you make the whole experience of tasting the wines and hearing the stories. So, who's going to take over that part of things when you're not there? I mean...
Okay. Well, I was very lucky because I'm born in a family that there is a tradition of being artisans. I started with my great-grandfather in 1859, and then my grandfather did the same in his life. And my father, I learned from him enormously. He was absolutely a great artisan. And I went to school for becoming a winemaker. I went to school to university, studying economy and so on, but the real work and the real way to talk about wines, I learned from my father.
Right.
And now what I do, because in my life I collected, this is 50 years, 71 years old, and I worked a long time in the market, concentrating and spending my energies and my interest in the Italian one. And I learned there, and what I learned, my knowledge, my experience, my culture, now I try to transfer as much as possible to my tour.
I have heard the very funny story. Last time you were in Brazil, actually, and I'll never forget you telling that story of how you had a little ballet going on and how you almost went into business together.
Yes.
Now, for the people that aren't lucky to have heard that story, as I did, would you mind just telling it again?
No, probably you can even do that. But yes, the story is that Robert Mondavi proposed me to do a joint venture together.
Yeah.
And I was reluctant because Gaja, so making a winery, Mondavi Gaja, or Gaja Mondavi, being a partner together and building a new operation, a new winery somewhere in the world.
Not necessarily California.
Not necessarily California, because I believe that he was even dreaming or thinking to Chile or France or even Italy. But I had hesitations in doing this step because Mondavi was already bigger than Gaja. Gaja had, at that time, when he did the proposition to me in '89, he had the same size that we have today. We didn't give any chance at the winery to grow up, to increase the size. So Gaja is 100 hectares of vineyards, producing altogether 350,000 bottles of wine split in 11 different wines. And this is the size of Gaja. And always, so we didn't like increasing, but we like to have a focus for producing quality wines at Gaja Winery exclusively. So Mondavi was even interested in producing popular premium wines and so on, and probably I had no interest in doing that. So when he did me the proposition, I told him, look, I am a mosquito, you are an elephant, how can we work together? And, but he told them, you will see, no problem, it's possible to do, but try to convince and talk to your people, to your family, to your collaborators. And we met 6 months later in New York at the Marriott Marquis on Times Square, Broadway, to talk about the eventuality of doing the joint venture. He had no idea that it could be yes or no. When I went there, he was alone, and he had 3 people with his assistant, and the 2 other people that introduced me as lawyer. Why lawyers? Why there was no needing of having lawyers there? I was quite embarrassed in seeing the lawyer listening to what we were talking about. So he started talking and describing the conveniences of doing the joint venture together. And I stayed almost silent for almost 40 minutes. At the end, because he was a great man, and he told me, look, because he understood, if you don't share the project, let us know. And I told him, for an Italian to do a joint venture is like to do a wedding. And in a wedding, there are many aspects to take care of. It's important to have a reciprocal estimation, and we have. It's important to be able to share dreams together, and we can do it. It's It's important to have a complementary personality. And probably we have it, but it's not enough. In a wedding is even important than sex. And how can you think that it's possible to have a great sex together and mosquito with an elephant? For elephant, the pleasure will be zero. But for the poor mosquito, it can be very dangerous. So we didn't do the joint venture. Mondavi was not damaged because of my decision, because 1.5 years later, we did a fantastic joint venture with an Italian company called Frescobaldi. But we started thinking, why to look for a partner? Why don't we investigate in the market if there are opportunities for doing the opening a new winery or a new adventure by ourselves? In effect, we did 2 steps in
Wine Buyer's Guide at home says something very interesting about your 2 Brunellos, which is basically that they are more a reflection of the Gaia style than of the actual terroir. Not to say that they're not spectacular, but how do you feel about the Gaia style overpowering even this other
I don't believe
terroir?
overpowering, but it's inevitable. The wine is made by a winemaker. The winemaker that for a long time overlooked to both still overlooked to Camarcanda and Pieve Santaruda winery is Guido Rivella. Guido Rivella is the winemaker of Gaia, has been the winemaker of Gaia for 41 years, and is still there overlooking. He's a very precious man, and the quality of wines from Gaia winery, Pieve Santaruda and Camarcanda reflects his philosophy, his way of making wine. It's normal that there are people that are saying that probably the wines are reflecting a little bit a Piedmontese interpretation. It's even easy to say that.
Yeah.
I believe that he does a very good job. And we know perfectly that we are there to show the terroir we have in the hand, that both in Camarcanda and Pieve Santaruda is a beautiful piece of land. Maybe that this, and is not a mistake in my opinion, you have to be able, even for a consumer, not covering the terroir, but being able to discover or to find the signature of the winemaker, and the fact that people is recognizing in the Brunello di Montalcino, in wines made in Camarcanda, like in Gaia, a special signature given by Guido Rivella. I am very proud of that.
But you see a very big future for Italian whites.
Yes. Oh, not only, even for red, but even for white. White, and you know why?
Yes, that's what I want to know. Why?
Why? There is a large, no other country has a large number of different white grape varieties. So in Piedmont we have Arnese, Favorita, the grape making Gavi wine. In Friuli there is a large number of grape varieties. Sorry, they give them. Shut up!
Yeah, Sophia.
Close. No, I am the music. I am the music, my dear. I can do the music. The success of Italian white wines is there, is close to be realized. It's question of 4 or 5 years.
There, if you're talking about because so many different indigenous varieties, yes. What isn't the irony is that you make such a wonderful Chardonnay.
You know, because I chose the Chardonnay in Piedmont, because I looked absolutely for a grape variety able to produce elongating wine.